Hi everyone, I'm Alex and I'm the founder of TravelSisters. We're a female-only travel community and usually we'd empower you to travel safely together by using our app. But lockdown kind of sucks. So here's our special coronavirus travel interview series. I'll be interviewing some interesting and fun travel sisters from our community living across the whole world. And if you want to join and have a travel chat with me as well, then make sure to join our group and let us know. Hi, thank you very much for joining me. How about we start with you introducing yourself and where are you in lockdown and how's the situation over there?
Yeah. Hi. So my name is Nav Kaur. So my travel page is called Need to Travel, and you're probably wondering where the name Need to comes from. And it's basically like my Punjabi name is Nitu. So I did a play on words, and I did Need to Travel. So that's where it comes from. But you guys can call me Nav. So I'm currently based in London, and the lockdown situation here is the other day the government announced a further 3 weeks of lockdown. Although I'm hearing stuff like you're allowed to go out more than once a day now, but I don't know if that's a rumor or not.
Mm.
But yeah, but it's pretty much only supermarkets that are open, pharmacies, and not really any like places to eat. I think there's one takeaway open in like within like a 2 mile radius. I think there's one takeaway. But yeah, I think that's the situation. And the top three things to do.
Yes, exactly. You know
In
the drill.
yeah, sorry. So the top three things to do in my area, in like London. So aside from the typical like London Eye, Madame Tussauds, and all of that, I'm basically a foodie as much as I love traveling. So like I've got some recommendations for like food places and stuff in London. I'm a big fan of sushi. So I think if you want really good sushi for really good value for money, I would recommend Sticks and Sushi. And they've got, I think they're scattered around like Piccadilly, Covent Garden, that sort of area. I'm also a big dessert person. So if you want really good dessert like cakes and stuff, I recommend Leto on Wardour Street. I know they've got a couple around like different parts of London, but Leto on Wardour Street is amazing, and you have to try the honey cake because it's
Noted.
amazing. Yeah, it's amazing, and that's something that I'm really missing right now because I know it would be a treat, but where you can't even go outside right now, so that's all I think about. That honey cake from Leto. Yeah, nightlife is really good in London. I personally like more like I do like a rave here and there,
Mhm.
but if you want something that's more chilled out, but still you want to like dance, then Be at One on Greek Street is really really cool. It's like underground, and I think it's open till 4, maybe. I'm not too sure, but yeah, but that's a really good place. So if you're in London and you're looking for a good like sort of, you don't want to go full on rave and you don't want anything too expensive, then Be at One in Greek Street is really really good. So yeah,
Perfect. Sounds great. And
yeah,
I'm all in for the food. I will definitely have to try that honey cake.
yeah. You need to try that honey cake. It's amazing. Trust me, it's amazing. Yeah.
Awesome, will do. Then the next question, what are your top three favorite places that you've traveled to?
Um. See, this was a hard question because I just kind of I've loved like every single place that I've been to. So it's quite hard narrowing down like to three places. But I think so. The top three. So the top one would probably be Rio de Janeiro
Mhm.
in Brazil.
Yeah.
And the reason why I loved that place was because there's just so much to see and do. It's like a different culture. I mean, I think it's the only country in South America where they speak Portuguese and not Spanish.
Hmm.
Um, so that's really cool as well. And just kind of like you can be sitting on like Copacabana beach and you can see like the favelas and stuff, so that I found really interesting. I think they've got like I heard they've got like 1,000 around Rio and stuff, and you know, it's sad, but then it's like it is part of their, I guess, culture as well.
Maybe quick explanation, what are favelas for maybe some people listening and watching who don't know?
So I think the favelas are like the sort of areas for like maybe people that, you know, they don't have a lot of income, and so that's somewhere where they would live. An interesting fact, actually, I think it was one of our taxi drivers that was saying that what happens is, so you build your own house in the favela, and then you basically sell your roof to someone else, and then they build their house on top of yours, and then they sell their roof, and then that's why favelas, they're like higher, they're like, what's the word, like, yeah, on a hill sort of thing. So that was quite interesting to see. I mean, I was considering doing a favela tour, but I didn't do it, and I kind of wish I did, because they do favela tours, they do walking tours and like bike tours and stuff on favelas, but I didn't do it. But I mean, if I could go back, I would. So, and also, ever since I watched Fast and Furious 5, because I'm a big Fast and Furious fan, so I really wanted to go to Brazil from that point onwards. I really wanted to see like Christ the Redeemer, and that was a dream of mine. So the day that I went to Christ the Redeemer, it just felt so like surreal that I was there. It's massive. It's like, you know, you can see it. I'm sure if you've seen pictures of like the landscape of Rio, that's what you've seen, like Christ the Redeemer, the huge sort of statue. But that was amazing to see, and just the food is amazing. They have these they have this like buffet style thing, and you go there.
Rodizio.
Yeah, is that what it's called? Yeah, and they bring out the meat, and then it's just like unlimited meat, and you can like basically, if your card's on green, then that means keep bringing it. If you turn it to red, then it means stop. So I found that really cool. And yeah, and just the landscape of Rio, it's not a flat place. It's like really like there's all these peaks everywhere, and the ocean. It's just amazing, and the weather was amazing there. It was like I think I went in February last year, and I think the hottest day there was 37 degrees Celsius, which is
so
hot.
You went for carnival?
No, I just missed I went just before the carnival, which is quite sad. But I had my cousin's wedding during carnival week, so that's why I had to go before. Otherwise, I would definitely have gone during carnival. But even then, it was amazing to just experience it anyway. Yeah, so I would love to go back to Rio. The second place was I just went there 2 months ago, before this, you know, the crisis. Cape Town in South Africa. Cape Town was amazing. It just kind of like, it blew me away, like really, well, literally, because it's actually really windy there as well in Cape Town. I didn't know this, and then I think it was the second day that I was there. We went on this hop on. Is it called hop on and off? I think, yeah, that bus. And as soon as I hopped onto the bus, I couldn't breathe because it was so windy. It was just, I think there was a storm going on around the time, but it was still sunny, which was a bit weird. But just in general, like Cape Town, it's so beautiful that I don't think a lot of people know how beautiful Cape Town is, because I was one of those, and it's just there's so many like mountains, beautiful scenery. You've got like where all the wineries and stuff are. It's just so beautiful, and you've got like the view of the Atlantic Ocean, and then also there's a point, and it's the most southwesterly point of Africa, sorry, the continent, and it's where the Atlantic Ocean meets the Indian Ocean. So that was really cool. And it's just really good value for money as well in Cape Town. It's just I think getting there is quite expensive, so like flights and like hotels or Airbnb, and but once you're there, just food and drink, it's just such good value for money. I would definitely love to go back to Cape Town. I would love it. And then the third place, so if I could say like another city, I would say Kuala Lumpur. but I kind of want to do something a bit different, like a beach destination. So I would say Seychelles. Seychelles is like Seychelles is like a hidden gem. So it's like it's so naturally beautiful. There's so much greenery there, and I think one of the people we met out there said that it's because I think the government don't allow the knocking down of trees. So they've got so many, like, it's so beautiful. And again, it's kind of like, I think Seychelles is made up of over like 100 different islands and stuff. So where you stand, you can actually see like loads of different islands in the distance. So that was really cool. And then I saw like a tea factory as well. That was quite cool. And then I think Seychelles is kind of known for, I think, their granite rocks. So if you ever see a picture of a beach and you see these black sort of rocks, you immediately know that it's like Seychelles. So so that was also another very, very nice destination, and I would love to go back and go to the other 100 islands. Yeah.
Yes, living the dream, just going everywhere and going also back everywhere. It's always this struggle between, I want to go new places, but I really love the other place and I want to go back to that place, but then I can't see new. Always stuck between that.
I thought that was just me, but that's no.
I think the worst or the best, I guess, is when you have some really good food in a different country, and then you get back home and then you start craving that and you can't get it anywhere. And even if you find it and it says it's from there, the same thing, it's just never tastes like in that little alleyway, that random restaurant that you found somewhere.
Yeah.
So, definitely have to go back for the food.
That is, you've taken the words right out of my mouth, actually, because that's exactly how I feel. The food, and then just like the constant, like, oh my God, I really want to go back there, but then it's like, oh, there's so much to see in the world, like we can't just go back there. But I guess when when I'm a bit older, then I'll be like, oh, I'll go back there now and see how it's changed and stuff. So
that'd be interesting.
These three places, like, I would definitely go back to, like, in the future. I would love to. So
which brings us to the next question. If money didn't matter, where would you go right after lockdown? New place.
So a new place. So I've had this place on my list for a while, actually. Japan. I would love to go to Japan, just to see, like, just experience, like, the culture, see, like, the cherry blossom trees and stuff. So I would love to go, like, sort of maybe this time next year, hopefully. Let's see. And because I love Japanese food, like, I love sushi. Sushi is like my top dish ever. So I would love to go to the place where it was founded, like, so yes, I would love to go to Japan, see the temples, and just take it all in. So awesome. and the bullet train as well, they have in Tokyo.
Yes.
I think. I would love to go on that, and and apparently the trains never get delayed or something, which is very different.
They apologize when they are late a few seconds or a minute or something like that. Well, I'm like, you're still on time, don't worry. I've never been, but so far I've heard. Actually, one of the other interviews that is already live is with Blather. She is from Dublin, and she talks about Japan being one of her favorite places she's been to. So maybe you check that video out or just have a chat with her.
No, definitely. I could get some travel tips from her, actually.
Yes, exactly.
Perfect. I love that. Japan is on the list, and then Maldives as well. I know you said one place, but I think
one place.
But so Japan is, like, on the list.
Okay, and what is your top travel tip?
Top travel tip. So I think if you're like me and you really enjoy, like, excursions and stuff, like, my tip would be to book them in advance if you don't already, just because I think sometimes you get better value for money, and also it means that you get to secure your spot, because it's happened to me before where I've been somewhere and I really want to go somewhere, but like I want to go on an excursion, but they're sold out, and maybe that's like my last day or my second to last day or something, and then I can't fit it in, and it's just such a shame. So I think my tip would be to book any excursions or anything beforehand to avoid disappointment. I mean, I'm not the biggest sort of, I need to stick to an itinerary sort of thing. I sort of go with the flow. But if there's big things that are on your list, then I would definitely recommend booking it in advance. Yeah, that's my top travel tip. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for sharing your hidden gems and travel tips and for joining me for this travel chat. I hope you stay safe during these crazy times, and maybe we'll go for some sushi in London someday.
Oh, yeah, thank you. And honey cake as well, Mileto.
Honey cake. Yes.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Thanks. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Bye.